Hi everybody, this is Ellie. Thanks so much for joining me today for a flip through of volume 3 of my pocket-sized bullet journals in 2020. I started the year in a Hobonichi A6 plain notebook cut down to pocket size. Then I moved to a pocket A6 size hardcover Leuchtturm. Before I finished that, I moved to 2 standard inserts for my standard summer. And then I moved into this guy, my volume 3 pocket size, a Zequens 360-degree notebook for October through December. This was my first time ever using this brand. Christina recommended it to me on Instagram and I was super thankful. I have a whole review on the notebook itself, so I will link that up above for you. But I'm really happy with how this held up. I think I showed this little tear after the first month. It did not get any worse. And, you know, the pages are pretty good. None of them really came out or came super loose. I think I had a couple come a little bit loose here, but when that did happen, I just taped it down and went on my merry way. When I got this, I ordered 2 of them, and I know now I'll be definitely happy to move into the new one whenever it's time. So I've done flips of every month that's in this notebook, so those have kind of the detailed descriptions of where I got everything. I linked everything that I could. This video, I won't be able to name and link everything. It would just be way too long. So I'll put the other videos in the description box. And if you do have any specific questions, please feel free to ask. I'm not sure how much I'm going to talk or if it will be kind of sped up with music. We'll just see how it goes. This is a washi flake. Oh, I didn't really fill in this index, I'm realizing. And is that something I want to do? You know, it's probably not something I'm going to do. It's, looking back, I wish I had done it, but I didn't, and that's okay. We'll see what my next bullet journal looks like. And if I don't index it, maybe that's telling me that I'm not currently using indexes. I do love it though. This is usually one of my favorite parts, so we'll see what happens. You can see I printed on Tomoe River paper, and that has kind of transferred. It doesn't bother me. You know, always leaving too much space for the index. My future log. I love seeing a full calendar like this. This is when I first started the weekly spreads with the gratitude, and I've really enjoyed this setup. A stationary stockpile challenge dashboard. This is a collab with Dakshina, and I will link our playlist. So you can see it's mostly writing. I do have that line separating my signifiers from my tasks and my notes, a few stickers here and there, some washi tape. Some washi from Note and Wish. They make some of my all-time favorite washi. I love this Kintsugi collection. Some gift ideas. Yeah, see how early I was thinking about Christmas gifts? This is October. So I will say this year was the best I've ever done for being kind of ahead of the game and having everything that I wanted for the people I was gifting to, and being able to take my time and enjoy wrapping. These are days where I just wasn't feeling writing as much, and that's the beauty of the bullet journal. I just split the page and went with it. This was when I was planning a custom order from Yard and the Leathersmith. My October review. Finished watching started and finished watching Ted Lasso, one of my favorite shows this year for sure, possibly one of my favorite shows, period. Moving into moody November. I thought I would do something different with the Calendex here, only write in things that were a little bit out of the ordinary, but I only did that for this month. I like having that full. Oh, I remember this one. This is where I messed up the numbers twice, so I ended up putting the dots on. This has taught me to write the numbers in before I glue the pages down. I really like seeing my video notes kind of embedded throughout the pages, as well as any other notes that I make. It just lets me know, on Sunday I was working on this. I like those small memories. I think this is my favorite dashboard that I've made so far for the Stationery Stockpile Challenge. This month's theme was monochromatic, and I just love this, how this came together. November 8th, the first Christmas movie of 2020. My planner thoughts notes. Some fountain pen recommendations and a list of book ideas for Paul's birthday. Planning routine. Big Hero 6. I love Baymax. Some Christmas movies and books. I didn't get to a ton of them, but I got to some, and now I have a list for future Christmases. My Grandma's Birthday, Beauty and the Beast. I love using stickers. This brings me right back to the memory of watching that with Paul and my grandma without having to read it, although I did have fun doing a little bit of hand lettering there, I can see. Frozen, it was a Disney week. This was when I started planning for the 2020 Planner Advent series that Simone put together on YouTube with myself, Dakshana, Amanda at Ink Imperfections, and John at Planning with John. So I had printed out a calendar to do as much preparing in advance as I could. And usually I don't for my videos. I'm pretty spontaneous. I mean, I'll have a general idea. I know that I like to do my flip throughs and my setups, but I usually kind of film those close to the date I plan to post them. But here, because I wanted to be organized, since we were on a schedule, I went ahead and, put the dates my videos would be posted and when I wanted to film, edit, and all that stuff. So I was actually really proud of myself for kind of staying on top of that and realizing that I could, film a little bit in advance and stay organized that way. And then I did notes on the videos themselves. I don't know if I did notes on all of them, but I definitely made spreads for all of them. So the intro video, the YouTube 2020 versus 2021, I didn't do notes on that. But when I'm editing, I do write down all the things that I would like to link to, products and, other channels. So that's here. Inspiration. And the Plan With Me challenge. Oh, I forgot I did that. That's super cute. Yeah, I like that. That's really cute. Paul and I went to the immersive drive-in Van Gogh exhibit where we stayed in our cars and they played music and had kind of his artwork moving. It was beautiful. It was really, really lovely and a very unique experience. I even got Paul to write a little bit in the journal itself, so I love that. We decorated our Christmas tree here. Paul's birthday and my November review. And then we move into December. here's when I was working on one of the planner Advent series videos and I was using a brown pen instead of my usual black. Still have my calendar and my gratitude. Here's December's dashboard for the Stationery Stockpile Challenge. This one turned out cute as well. The washi tape I used. I got the advent calendar from Helen at the Coffee Monsters Co., so I've put in her labels and swatches. Some cookie plans. My Plan With Me recipe for this whole week coming up. Some more cookie plans. See, I need to be organized or else it's just not going to happen. And I really do think because I made this little calendar and this list here that I did the most Christmas baking I've ever done. I'm seeing that I was consistent throughout this notebook. I, hand lettered my days, the date, I used the line for the signifiers, and I've got some pretty good memory keeping going on. Oh, here's an empty page now that I've just said that. It happens, especially towards the end of December as the holidays neared, and then kind of that week between Christmas and New Year's is always a very, very slow and quiet one. And that was reflected in my bullet journal, and that's totally fine. Ferrero Rocher sticker, those are my favorite chocolates, so I'm always really happy around Christmas to enjoy one of those boxes. Some more 2021 plans. I decorated the sugar cookies that I'd made. This is cute because they're actually pretty close to what the real thing looked like, so it makes me just immediately remember them. This is going to be for some family pictures from Christmas. This I didn't bother with any tasks, it's just all memories, and I really love how that turned out. We watched Soul on Disney Plus, and that was beautiful. Here again, I had barely anything this day, so I just put the next day right underneath it. And here we are on the 31st. It was a quiet New Year's at home. I actually do have some stickers that I got, so I will probably stick one here. Here we go. This is a Planner Monkey Co. and Paper Bits Co. collab. Let's put these two here with their little bottle of champagne. We didn't have any champagne, but that's okay. We were lucky to stay awake. Perfect. And then we move into my December review. So The Queen's Gambit, another amazing show. This and Ted Lasso were my favorites this year, and again, both are bumped up to favorites of all time, probably. I love, love, love these reviews. Again, this layout is from Zoe at Stationery Squirrel, and I've just really, really been enjoying using those. Then that ended on page 199, and this went to 249. So if I had planned for it, I likely could have fit another month in here, but I always knew that I would be starting a fresh bullet journal in January. So what I did end up doing is these are all blank, but I'm the type of person to scribble things on Post-its and then stick them all over my desk. So I've just gone ahead and kind of stuck or taped them in here if these Post-its lost their stickiness since they've been moving around so much. Just notes, things that I want to remember. This was just, what's it called? Like second generation stamping or something. I don't know. I read a tip on that at one point so that it's not so inky and wet and doesn't take so long to dry. You stamp it first on like a scrap paper before you stamp it where you want it to go. I don't know. Is that a thing I made up? Anyways, I liked how this looked after, so I just stuck it in there. Oh, I was trying to get rid of some of my photos on my phone, and man, in 2021, I really want to get better at that because I still have so many. But anyways, a lot of them were screenshots of like books or articles that I wanted to read. So I just wrote them down and then erased them from the phone. So slowly but surely I am making space. This is, the quote that I wanted to use in my 2021 bullet journal. I was just practicing some titles here. And then here, like, we're getting into pages that I used as pen tests. So I got some jelly rolls for Christmas that work on white paper and on black paper, so that was really pretty. Yeah, practicing some spreads here, just some notes, some hand lettering. Oh, an official pen test page. I guess it kind of just bled out there. Some different shades of blue for my colored pencils. Crayola Super Tips. The grid spacing page, again, it does have a full 20 across when you're in kind of the middle section, but just something to note because of the curved spine. And then we just come to this page at the back where I have one of these, and I think all of my notebooks, I just like to put the little scraps of washi that end up left over sometimes because I think it turns into this really pretty mosaic. And then that's that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this flip through. It was really fun trying a new notebook that I ended up loving, and also flipping through it and seeing it all complete. Sometimes it can feel really kind of, I don't know, boring or just same old as I'm using it. But when I sit back and look through it in this type of kind of reflective state, it is really nice to see how it's come all together and how just seeing some stickers or some of the words or notes jog my memory. And that's why I do this. The tasks help me, stay on top of the things that I want and need to do, and that's great. And the memory keeping helps me, document the minutia of my day-to-day life, which is, usually the best part for me. It's not always about the big things. It's usually those small moments that just add up. So I'm looking forward to 2021's bullet journals and whatever they bring. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.